Lights out and let's go racing, folks, and it's a very even start from the entire field.
There's a freight train forming behind him right now. He will be as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I can give you the hot tip. Sideways as a bishop on a chessboard. That was incredible car control.
Going for a bit of an ambitious dive now, and oh, there's contact! Here they come now, around the final turn on the final lap. They're side by side.
Oh, there's contact now. Someone is going to be hitting the showers early tonight, I'll tell you what.
Crosses the line for P1. Brilliant racing, absolutely sensational stuff.
This is heart-pounding. This is nerves-rising. This is sensational TV.
A new dawn, a new championship, 8 rounds, and a story that starts tonight. The Motorsport Australia AC Championship roars to life at the historic Sandown racetrack, where the Camaro-bodied racing cars are prepared to launch into a season that promises speed, tension, and more than a few surprises. These machines might be small in stature, but they race with enormous personality. Short, sharp, and incredibly responsive, they demand precision from the driver every second they're on the track. One small mistake, a fraction too much throttle, a moment of hesitation, and the car will remind you who's really in charge. And that's what makes this championship so compelling. Over the next 8 rounds, fortunes will rise and fall. Early momentum can carry a driver through the season, but one bad night can undo weeks of hard work. Rivalries will build, strategies will evolve, and the pressure will only increase as the championship unfolds. And Sandown, it provides the opening chapter, a circuit steeped in Australian motorsport history where races are shaped by patience, timing, and the ability to stay composed when the intensity rises. And tonight the questions begin. Who will find the early pace? Who will keep their composure under pressure? And who will emerge 8 rounds from now as the driver who mastered it all? The championship starts here. The tension starts now. This is the Motorsport Australia AC Championship, round 1 at Sandown, and it all unfolds live on your home of sim racing broadcasting, Sensational TV.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all speed scholars, throttle theologians, and lovers of low-slung lunacy. It's welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Sensational TV, the spiritual broadcasting bungalow of Australian sim racing. My name is Chris Munro, your humble narrator here in the Grand Opera of Oversteer, and tonight we witness a moment of history, Zach O'Reilly, a brand new chapter in the Australian Assetto Corsa scene. It's we've delightedly teamed up with Motorsport Australia, and we're going to get to present the very first Assetto Corsa Championship here. And what better weapon of choice than the wonderfully wild little Aussie racing cars, mate? They are absolutely packed full of fun. And there's going to be absolutely cracking racing out there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me in the commentary gondola tonight, binoculars are polished, snacks arranged alphabetically. The great man, Zach O'Reilly, is in. He once attempted to train a seagull to return his lost chips at the beach. Spent 3 years working on it and now insists that the bird shows a little bit of promise. Zach, welcome aboard to the coverage here tonight. What are we in store for? I'm excited.
I'm excited too, Chris. Thank you very much, and good to be here with you. And just on those seagulls, the one who returned it was the only one that didn't blow up, because I spiked the chips with some aspirin and they can't regurgitate it. So it was a little bit interesting to see which one of those seagulls came through, but none of that. Here at Melbourne, at Sandown Racecourse, this is where it's all going to heat up, and I'm excited for all of the action about to head our way here. And as you said, what a better car to suit the championship. An Aussie racing car Camaro style here, and hopefully it's not what that front windscreen banner says on some of these drivers here tonight, especially this man, the quickest one out there so far. Game over for Bird and Russell. Goodness me, Chriso, this is going to be exciting. 8 rounds are coming our way from this super, super awesome championship.
Yeah, that's right. 8 rounds to come, and let's not get ahead of ourselves, because let's have a look at where we are at tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The great home of the sunburnt country there, greatest country in the world. Zooming in here to Sandown Raceway here in Victoria, Australia. 13 turns, 3.1 kilometres. Founded back in, back beyond the 30s, but when the first race went about, it was 1962, ladies and gentlemen. The first Sandown 500 was in 1964, absolutely ages ago, ladies and gentlemen. But tell you what wasn't ages ago was Benny Hines in practice during the week was a 120.260. Which has since been eclipsed by Bernard Russell there in the actual official practice server there of a 119.9. So it is very much spicy up the top of the timing tree, Zach O'Reilly.
Absolutely, and Benny's just even done his personal best at 2:26 6 thousandths off his best time there as well throughout the practice session. So he's on form tonight, but you've got to be two things. You've got to be a qualifier, and then you've got to be a race winner. You can't just be a practice hero. And can we see that from some of these boys tonight? A couple of familiar faces are out there too. And look at that,
Whoa.
Tokyo Drift style into turn one for the Birdman, Lee Crowther, as we like to call him. He's on the charge with a 20.5. It's so close in there. The amount of 20s are on the screen are ridiculous. We had it all the way from second down to sixth there. And qualifying is now up. And they have to sit here and wait before that 10-minute marker ticks down. And they've sort of gone through each other. Single file was the instruction by the chief steward in the driver's briefing. But boy, oh boy, did that just start to go out the window for a minute second. But it is a very, very cool car. And I think that would be one Andrew Ferguson right out there in the front cool drive car.
Yeah, it is. He muscled his way to the front there. It was the charge of the Light Brigade. Everyone just jostling for position just to get to the control line first. So maybe a little bit of foreshadowing about what is to come in the rest of this series.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where that man goes, Andrew Ferguson. A quick customer just fresh off a very, very close championship decider at another league rang out, and he is hitting some form. So watch out for him. Watch out for the Hackster. Watch out for Benny Hines and Bernie Rusley, as we said before too. And some dark horses coming through. Westbrook, Crowther, Wallace in there as well. The lyrical gangster Des Murata is out there too, and then Jennifer Hawkins' uncle out there in Mr. Hawkins in ninth at the moment. This is going to spice up with 40 seconds to go. The sweat and the tension will be starting to build here, Chris O. I know how it feels. You know how it feels.
Yeah.
And when you got this on the line, boy, oh boy, the nerves start to rattle you for the round 1 of 8.
Yeah, usually qualifying's okay. You can get out there and still sort of be in that mindset of practice where the pressure isn't quite on. At least not until the last 30 seconds of the qualifying event. But I tell you what, the nerves will be kicking in once they line up onto the grid. And we won't know where these guys will line up on the grid until we get through this next 10 minutes. 10 seconds to go here before they get the all clear from the stewards and race direction before they can cruise out onto the field. And there's still cars coming out of the garage now, just doing those last few setup changes. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, green light here for qualifying as they all come charging out in these tiny little Aussie racing cars, ladies and gentlemen, powered by a Yamaha XJR 1300 engine, or at least that's what it used to be when this Assetto Corsa model was created. Obviously, this season, the Aussie racing cars in real life moved across to the 900 triple engine as well. So 3 cylinders there instead of 4. A lovely exhaust note coming out the back of that thing as well. The MT-09 is the bike that it came out of. So plenty of torque in those triples, and a fair bit of power up top too. So it'll be a different stratosphere in the real world, but for the time being, it's all 1300 4-cylinder XJR 1300s. Go, go, go.
Full bang-up power out
That's
there.
right.
And they are going to be rip-snorting their way around. You can just hear them go through there at full beans. Look at the car behaviour too. These things are generally a 3-wheel scenario on most exits of the corner. They jack an inside front tyre every which way they go, depending on how you like to drive the thing. They just dart in and out. You've got to be super smooth, super cautious as well, but also be committed on the throttle very early once you nail that apex. And why don't we ride on board here with the angry Scotsman himself, Andrew Ferguson, here for a beautiful lap of Sandown. He's about to start his first one, and Chriso, you're going to take it away.
All right, let's go. It's up to the toppest of the gears here in these little Aussie racing cars. They do top out at around 200 and something down this straight, so it's not to be blinked at. Now it's back onto the anchors. You can see the front end dip in. That's where the front tyres really dig into that pavement as you throw it into turn one. Now through to 2 and 3, riding the curbs as well. These things do handle the curbs a little bit, but I tell you what, they're quite severe around here at Sandown. So out turn 4, and that is a very important turn indeed. You want to get the power down because you're absolutely at the top of the rev range once you get up to the top of this crest. It's a very long straight in these cars, and there'll be a lot of slipstreaming and sucking Melbourne style as we get to turn 6 at the top of the hill here. You want to dip it in. There's a big hump on the entry, so drivers have to be wary of that one as they come down the hill into turn 9, Dandenong Road. It's a really tight left-hander, but Ferguson's done really nice job there, hopping up onto the curve, onto the exit. Then it's only a couple turns to go. A right-left chicane here, turns 11 and 12. You can really use that inside curb. Ferguson choosing not to use all of it, using the exit curb, though, of 13, and then slingshotting his way down the front straight. That is a lap here of Sandown Raceway in the Aussie racing cars, and that's a 121.6 from Andrew Ferguson, but he's just absolutely mobbed by the boys behind. Hines, McFadden, Murata, Hack, Crowther, all of them getting involved. Hines the fastest with a 120.9 so far.
Yeah, very good stuff there from those drivers coming through. Olaf's just entered the chat into the top 10. So is Ezra Simons as well. That's even better news for those boys. But it is Hines leading the charge here. His banker was at 20.9, 7/10 off where he already was lap recording himself throughout the practice. So him and Crowther right neck and neck on it. And Crowther just doing a great job there so far. But we haven't seen one man out there yet. Mr. Rusley put a time down, 3:04.542 for him. He's just about to start the finish and go straight to the top. Over the line, he goes 20 and a half there on the board. That is now 0.4 of a second between him and the next best competitor of Benny Hines. So the guys now with 6 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. They've got to get their gallop on here, Chriso, and just chase that number, that ever-growing number of the 10th department that these boys have to climb to make sure Bernie Rusley sweats a little bit for the start of the race.
I think they're all just inherently sweaty. The top 5 guys here tonight, it's going to be an absolute, it's going to be just a slugfest between those guys, separated by absolutely nothing in the practice times, and we'll see what the pressure of qualifying does. Here's a man who's going to improve on his lap, goes up to second with a 120.7, 2/10 off Rusley at the moment, with Hines and Crowther swapping positions there with a 120.8. Where's Hines? He's about to cross the line, does not improve, so he stays on a 120.9 as it is. Quick Maz Olive gets up to P7 here at the moment, 121.5, so still more time in it from him, and cars just starting to stream out of the pit lane after a quick tyre change and a little thought about their lives and how they're going to go quicker around this circuit.
Yeah, just a little bit of this and that as they go through. But it is now this man's opportunity. Westbrook here, he's 24.0 moment. He's set a timing tower light in the first sector, but not the second and the third. He's going to have to go around again with a 32. So he will start once more to keep going. But we've got Clint Olive now just cutting the track there. He won't get another lap in at this point for a 21.5, but it's so tight at the top. It's only 4/10 separating first 2, fourth there, and then not even a 10th away between 4th and 5th for McFadden. Whoa. So the times are coming in, and geez Louise, he was really, really close. And on the outside as well was Westbrook. This is another new face to the series here in Sensational Land. Plisek just pulling out of the throttle there, and he'll be going around again at some stage, just getting a little bit of clean air between himself and some competitors to set himself up for a beautiful final stanza for him out there. What is the Birdman doing? Haxter's about to cross the line now, and he did not improve, but Lee Crowther and Jason McFadden just did as well, a 20.9. Welcome to the chat, Jace. Very, very nice. Haxter's out there at the moment. He's just started to his first flying lap here on this set of tyres. So now he's just got to get himself settled in. It's looking pretty good so far in the micro sectors here. He's already up 2/10 on his own personal best. So he's flying. He loses it there on exit, but he's going to gain it here again, Tokyo style. No, he just washes it all away on the exit. He was 2.5 tenths up through turns 2 and 3 and 4 there. and just 2 over Zallis. That would have been a rip snorter of a lap there from the Hackster, but he's still in second place. He's got a lot of time to make up because look at that from Bernie Rusley, 20.280. We're approaching the 19s, Chris.
Yeah, that's right. He just shaved his way into the 19s in the official practice session just not too long ago. So there's still probably 3 or 4 tenths in it if he can perfect that lap. I've been watching in the last couple of laps just go purple in that first sector. In that particular lap, it was purple in sectors 1 and 3. Just giving a bit back in 2. And here he goes again, purple this time once more. So up on his time so far. If he can just nail this second sector, he'll go into he'll go better regardless of what happens. Hacker's gone quicker as well. He will cross the line here. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get up the arse of Rusley here. It's a here we go. He crossed the line now. Not improving, though, so 5 tenths the difference between first and second here at the moment. Looking to Benny Hines, who was the main competitor here during the week, and he's sitting on a 129. Has not improved since his first lap there as well. And we've got some comments in the chat there as well from Lofty Tangle says, how do we join this series? Well, mate, in the description below, there should be a link to the Sensational TV Discord. And in there, just ask the question, and our friendly admin and staff will point you into the right direction. Zach O'Reilly, 2 minutes to go here. Is anyone going to be able to top Bernard Rusley?
The man on screen at the moment is up. He's up 3.5 tenths on his own personal best. That's going to put him in the 20.6 bracket. He's got to have a stonker here as he files his way down through Dandenong Road. There's Benny Hines, but he's still up, and we've still got 2 minutes left to go in qualifying. So if he can get this lap in, get himself in the rhythm, he's right up. He's still 3 tenths up here at the moment. Hasn't made a mare of anything at the moment. That's Andrew Ferguson in the foreground there wanting to do it. Crowther's gone with a 20.6 to set his PB, so he's on fire. Benny Hines has just made a mare of the final corner there. That's hurt him. He's lost about half a tenth there. He's only 0.27 up on his own personal best. It is going to put him further up the grid into second, but it's nowhere near the man out in front, Bernie Rusley, at the moment. He's got another lap to go. This is Pressure Point Motors now. Who else are we going to see come up through the field? Going to be Crowther? Going to be Hack? Going to be McFadden? Anyone out there, just if you're shouting to the old timing tower board, give us a shout out here, because this man looks like he's on a perler here. Purple's coming up on the screen. 2 personal bests in sector 1 and 2 for Plesek, and he's absolutely flying. This is going to be a 20-point something as he crosses the line to 20.8. The 5th he goes. That's a belter of a lap here on debut. Welcome to the chat, to top 5 for Marty.
Yeah, top 6 all in the 20s as well. Only about 7 tenths covering those guys. So the times are coming in thick and fast here at the moment. Marty on fire. Fergo's actually got his gallop on, and in a personal best state, going up through into the second of the sectors. That's an improvement there for Ferguson as well. This is a very difficult part of the track, folks, trying to pull these little things up as they're bouncing over the curbs and braking in not such a straight line down there into turn 9. You can see that he's given up the ghost there. I think that's Ben Hines behind him. He's going to actually let Ben Hines through, which is an interesting tactic there, because, on the timing screen, he was up on his own personal best, so he could have gotten a better result there if not for the fast finishing Ben Hines. And I'll tell you what, Ferguson had no reason, and he certainly had the right to finish off his lap, impeding the faster guys coming up behind.
He did, but he didn't at the same time, Chris. He stuffed it up into the approach on Dandenong Road, and on the Delta he was 4 tenths down by the time he exited. So he just did the courteous thing and got right out of the way. But look at this man coming through. Purple 1, purple 2 in the sector timings here for Rusley. He's up a tenth already on his own personal best. This is going to be nearly a dead. It's a 20.1 to finish off qualifying as the checker figures out. That is the benchmark. What has Hines got in answer here at the moment? He's got nothing. He's a tenth down so far as he climbs up the straight at the back of Sandown. Is this going to be a Hail Mary here for Benny Hines to get himself further up? Is the Birdman going to get himself up? He is too. The Birdman is way up on his own personal best. Well, he was until he made a mare. Oh, no, I just watched it on the belter there, and he just lost it all. But Benny Hines still down. He's down a tenth and a half, Chris. I don't think anyone's going to get Rusley, but Hines at the moment is just absolutely making a meal of it here in the final stages of qualifying. Yeah,
looking at the timing tower, no one is up on their times at the moment. Ben Hines just teetering on an improvement, but he's got to improve by half a second, so that's not going to happen for him. Maybe Ferguson is up. We're looking at his timing tower here at the moment, maybe a tenth up. He will cross the line for an improvement It's 121.6. Not an improvement in the end. So he'll start 10th. There was promising signs for the raging Scotsman there during the week as well. In practice, we thought, oh, look, he might be a chance here. But down in 10th to start the season. But plenty of season to come, ladies and gentlemen. 8 rounds in total. 16 races to be had. So it's going to be a war of attrition. Who can turn up every round? Who can get those points every round? So overall pace doesn't always win a championship. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard to tackle Bernard Russley here at the moment. A 120.1, 5/10 clear of the field.
Yeah, dead set belter over time. Absolutely slapped it through. But your grid will be formed. Everyone needs because it's a server and the times go away. Rusley, Hines and Crowther are your top 3, though. That is dead set in the paint at the moment. So watch out for those off of the start-finish line as race 1 is approaching. And that is exactly what you need to get settled in for, ladies and gentlemen. Go get those condiments refilled out there in viewer land. Get yourself strapped in. Don't worry about the goddamn Formula 1 because this one here doesn't need batteries, doesn't need any electronics. It just needs driver, man, machine, wheel, hand, foot combination. And that is exactly what you get here. Raw racing coming your way. 25 minutes coming up for race 1. Don't you go anywhere. After a couple of words from our sponsors here at Sensational TV, we'll see you in just a hot second.
Motto is that safe drivers are lifesavers. If your organisation shares this belief and are planning to improve driver education in your community, SDT Simulator Driver Training has the solution. Many of our simulator users are also gaining a revenue stream by taking their simulators to events and schools for driver education programs. The system can also be set up to run motorsport simulation. Many leading racing drivers are now using simulators to improve their skills. Such software can also be used to show drivers they are not as skilled as they think they are. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features and customisation for driver training. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Contact Simulator Driver Training for more information.
Oh, yes, folks. Look at those tiny little cars lined up on the grid. They make Sandown look like a massive GP circuit. I can tell you right now, that front straight is not very wide at all, Zach.
No, it's not. It definitely isn't. Been there a couple of times, and these things look like it's just out of scale in terms of it. But he's dead set on point, and what a better place to start at the championship than Bernie Rusley's position. P1 right next to him will be Benny Hines there as well. So you look out for those two getting off the line. Then you got Crowther and Hack off the second row. Third row will be between McFadden, and then you've got the Lyrical Gangster and Clint Olive off the fourth. Wallace and Ferguson round out the top 10. Then you got Holyoake, Simons, Hawkins, Couch. When Westbrook rounding out the field, boy oh boy, is this a colourful grid? Is the racing going to be fierce here, Chriso? And under a minute to go, this is when you start to get sweaty.
Yeah, this is when the nerves start to kick in because you want to be clean around this first lap, and it's going to just be a gaggle of cars lined up behind on the cold tyres too, as well. So it'll show who's done a bit of cold tyre practice, because that always comes in handy in the first couple of laps in a tight field like this. And you saw in the qualifying stakes, it was tight. That is for sure. Why does that say my wheel is not centered? My wheel is not even turned on, ladies and gentlemen. Well, no, it is actually. Let's turn that off. Let me just.
As he gets that sorted.
Let me do that. There we go. We're about to go.
We're ready to rock.
Yeah, that's right. And we're ready. The little engines are fired up. The 1300s ringing their tits off here on the starting grid. Russley on the inside. Hines on the outside. Who's going to get the first hole shot of the season here at Motorsport Australia's AC Championship for the first time? Cracking start from the first two. And it was lacking there from Crowther off the line. They are absolutely slow on the run down to turn one. They're 4 wide off the second part of the grid. Crowther goes up the inside. It looks like Plisek just around his outside, and it's going to be Russley leading into turn two. Hines following him. McFadden just off his tail too. Brendan Hack up a couple of positions here. Plisek and Crowther going side by side into turn four. Plisek has the better run around the outside, so he'll have that slingshot effect down the big old long straightaway up the back here at Sandown. But now it's Crowther dipping into the slipstream, but goes straight across actually and tries to find that racing line, and has a pretty good run of it too. Side drafting up the hill here. So it's going to be Marty who will have the inside run for the first time through turn 6. It's a difficult turn at the best of times. On cold tyres, even harder. Here he goes a little bit wide down through the exit, but manages to get it pulled up, and the rest of them come screaming through. Murata's had a bit of a moment there, locking the rears. Oh no, there goes the Birdman. He's around, Crowther's off, and Murata still just dropping down through the field as well, as he managed to gather it up, but he has got an angry battle pack behind him. That's headed off by Ezra Simons. Clint Olive there too on the inside, with Ferguson having a pretty good start, starting 10th, remaining 10th as they go around for the first time, and you can see him snaking down the back, the front straightaway there. Hines trying to drop McFadden off the slipstream.
Yeah, indeed. It was a little good, a bit of switching and toing and froing there from that man, but he's got clear. This battle's heading up though. Look at Simons. 3 wide into turn 1, never works here. They managed to do it 2 instead, but it's still going to be hairy here. Oh my goodness me, smoke signals everywhere. And Simons comes out the other side, just neck and neck with Andrew Ferguson. Through turns 2 they go. Fergo's still sticking it there. Simons is there. The nudge doors as well, ladies and gentlemen, coming out. They come out clean, and it is Simons who gets the advantage over Ferguson. Lovely job, but he's stuffed it out the exit to turn 4 there. It was going to be absolutely sucked off down this back straightaway. This is incredible stuff here. We've got to see what Fergo's going to decide to do. He goes to the inside. Ezra has not decided to go defensive here, so it's a drag race. Dead set. Up the hill we go into Sandown. Hackster and McFadden have traded places there too. But this is on here. Look at this. This is fantastic stuff. Fergo sends it up the inside. He'll say, thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Get it pulled up nicely over the inside curve. Gets that P9 position off Ezra Simons there too, as they bounce and absolutely shuffle their way through to Dandenong Road. That was cracking stuff from him. Gets out the other side. Oh no, casualty in front. That is Olive already off the circuit. He's Gonski's, and he's just lost 1 or 2 or 3 places there now. Back to 12th he goes. Dead set 4 places in a corner. Upset his spaghetti. He'll be under that collar at the moment, Chris. But this is now Hollyoaks time here to chase down Ezra Simons. These two are friends off the track. On the circuit though, no love is lost. I can guarantee you that much.
Yeah, you want to be trying to get behind the car in front. Use every little bit of slipstream that you can mount in these small little cars, because the hole that is punched in front of you is quite a small one. So you can see that there. Once he did get in behind the rear wing of Ezra Simons there in front, he did manage to make up a little bit of a gap there too, with the smoke pouring out the back of Simons' car. I don't know if that's the engine that he's pumping out, or just locking up the rears, as the old slide-in entry is. There's a car facing the wrong way. Hayden Wallace has come a gutser there on the exit of turn 4, has to wait for the entire field, and noses it into the outside barrier, goes all the way to the very back of the field. Let's see here, because it's Wade Couch and Olive side by side this time. They go up the hill. It's going to be Olive that has the advantage of the inside run here, and I think that's all she wrote. All you got to do is get to that apex first, hold it. There's really not much you can do until you get down into the braking zone. Does Wade Couch fancy going up the inside? He doesn't. Just holds out to that racing line and follows Clint Olive through. So Olive on the comeback after a shocking start from him. So he is looking to make an improvement there. So is this man, Andrew Ferguson. He's up 2 positions on his start, and that's very wide there from Simons. That's going to invite Fergo straight up the inside. Thank you very much. And I tell you what, Hollyoak's going to take advantage of that too. This could be a little 3-way situation, but Ferguson has absolutely smashed him down the straight. A really nice exit from turn 13. So he goes up into 7th outright, and here goes Simons now looking up the inside at turn 1. Half thinks about going for it, then pulls out, and then thought, you know what, it might be a chance. Went for it again, pulls out. So Simon's in 2 or 3 minds here at the moment here at Sandown, and these guys absolutely nose to tail. Ferguson looking to consolidate this overtake, but the boys behind him just won't let him go.
No, they won't let him go, and you can see that Hollyoak into turn 1 there. He absolutely put a little bit wider himself on the exit of that corner because he saw Ezra coming, thought he was going to get dive bombed. So he went another postgate off the racing line, but it didn't hurt him too much. He's come out the other side in a better position. Excuse me, as we keep racing onwards here, Fergo is getting a little bit of a sucker disadvantage in front of him because Hollyoak's coming through. Plasek and McFadden are fighting over P5 in front as well as they dance their way through this section. This is a cracking little battle. Fergo's on the back foot here. He knows he's just not as consistent as he needs to be. Hollyoak here at the moment is driving within the limits of that car. You can just see it. Very cool, calm and collected here for Liam Hollyoak at the moment. He will be loving it McDonald's style as he keeps going through this one and watching Fergo just not get away as quickly as Fergo thought he would too. There goes Simons again, making a mare of the final corner. Out onto the front straight away he goes. It's a drag race, dead centre between himself and Crowther there as well. Lovely bit of side drafting there, but Ezra's going to go right in the slipstream and just punch his way into the rear bumper here of Crowther. This is unbelievable stuff. You don't do that too much because that's happened to Ezra Simons, who absolute donkey has punted his own best mate off the field, and that is Lee Crowther with a very, very sad and sorry Aussie racing car. If that was in real life, that thing would be written off and back to the scrap heap, I'll tell you what.
If they were real life, they'd be punching on behind the garage as well. That was one of the things mentioned in briefing too. Ladies and gentlemen, they do not enjoy arse-to-nose contact. Not like some in the commentary box, but I tell you what, he'll be copping a visit from the stewards there, I'm sure, in the DMs. But here is Clint Olive going around the outside of Hollyoak now. Hollyoak will just maybe a little bit sheepish after all that's happened in the last couple of minutes. We got BCRC Gaming in the chat saying, good to see you enjoying the track. Great bit of action so far. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're into good quality mods out there as well, go and check out BCRC Gaming. A quick Google will get you to his Discord, and you can find all these beautifully redone Australian tracks in there. There's quite a few being added to the collection on the regular. So yeah, get down. This is one of them, Sandown, and it looks great on stream. It looks great behind the wheel, and the drivers are enjoying it so far.
Yeah, global and trending is BCRC Gaming in the modding land for Assetto Corsa. So get yourself in there, and there is a lot of free content. That is good. Calder Park has just been fixed as well. If you're interested in that too, get onto the Discord there. You'll see it. Lovely Adelaide circuit as well that's been upgraded too with the correct barrier position. So he's all over it, is BCRC, as are the races here tonight. This is a good battle here. Look at Coucho just trying to fight his way around Dougie Hawkins here. And Dougie Hawkins has gone bang. You know what? I'll take that position straight off. Your Couch's car has got the softest ARBs I've ever seen. That thing is cornering like a bloody monster truck here at the moment, and it's only 2 inches from the ground. I don't know what's going on, Wado, but you better change that for the next one because it's just too much tip angle on that car. Unbelievable, but he still circulates around. Another subscription to the channel. Thank you, Jason XR6 Turbo. BA, BFF, GFGX, which style are we talking there, Jace? I don't know. But nonetheless, look at that thing just understeer its way through the corner. It's dead set got a different set of tyres on. But anyway, nonetheless, it is still Bernie Rusley leading this one 1 second only away from Benny Hines. Hines is doing a great job just to keep him honest here in this race, even though it was a good 3 or 4 tenths battling. But this battle is even more honest because here comes the big man. The Hackster has gone straight up the inside of Plasek. He said, thank you, I'll take that position off you. But he's hit that outside curve, which holds your momentum. That concrete is a slow down. But Benny Hackster here, just lovely stuff over the inside curves. He goes out the other side of turn 4. Has he overcooked it? He hasn't. I'll tell you what, Plasek just did too as well. One on the entrance, one on the exit. Now it's a dead set drag race. They keep going like this. McFadden will be dead set in the rear vision mirror. And I can tell you, Plasek will be as dirty as that front windscreen about getting overtaken here at the moment. It is unbelievable. He's got the suck. Look at that thing just gallop its way the last furlong style here at Sandown Racecourse. Around the outside of Hackster, they're going to go 2 by 2 into turn 6. That That has never worked out, but it does just know it tacks and bumps and shoves his way through. Haxter's up the inside, and that is a positional advantage taken there for a second. I'll tell you what, Haxter's 32. That windscreen at the moment looking pretty tardy here for Plasek, and he's back into third. I don't know what the stewards are going to say about that, but that was good, hard-fashion, cracking little bumping and running racing style there.
Yeah, I reckon he might have to give that position up or expect a DM in the stewards department as well. That was certainly an advantage gained off the circuit. On the outside, though, too wide through turn 6. It just doesn't go. Come in a little bit hot and had to take advantage of the off-road way. If there was a wall there, he would have been in big trouble. But they do have the safety runoff up there at turn 6, and thank God. Otherwise, here's some terrible accidents over the years through that section of the track. Would have been made a lot worse if they put a tyre bundle there. So these two guys, back to square one. I think Marty might think about just giving up the ghost here, and probably should. Otherwise, I think there will be a penalty coming his way. But it's Haxter who will, I think he's going to argue the point here anyway. He's got the overlap now. Going up, it's his turn now to go on the outside through turn 6. This is going to be exciting, folks. These two guys don't want to give an inch. And here he goes, sweeps around the outside. Bit of smoke from the front left and clattering over the curbs. That's going to be very hard to pull up indeed. Still a bit of smoke coming out. Those tyres just screaming out for more. Manages to pull it up. Really nice car control there from Brendan Hark, even though he's a little bit injured as well, Zachariah.
Yeah, he is a bit hacked in the wrist style here at the moment, is the Haxter too. He's just come off a broken wrist, and he's come back with a vengeance here, driving with about 1.5 arms here tonight, and he's keeping that man honest, but he's got the run on him, has Plasek too. I tell you what, Big Marty's gone for the old return serve. There's no batteries here, ladies and gentlemen. There's no DRS, there's nothing. This is all just pure horsepower and racing line action here. Don't you worry about that. And cracking racing between these two. 2x2 in the turn 1 they go. Plasek goes for the inside run, but Haxter's just swept it around the outside trailer park girl style here. Lovely driving. He's going to be on the right side of the track here for turn 2. He gets that job done. Plasek follows in behind, but overlap is there now, and they've touched. They're nearly bumping and running, and here comes McFadden too into the mix too. Look at this stuff. Unbelievable driving from these two drivers. They're coming out clean, and look at that. Nearly slaps the rear bumper off the back end of Haxter. He's got the inside run now down the back straight as well. So there's drag racing again, ladies and gentlemen. Side drafting. McFadden's loving watching this. It's going to be a threesome very, very shortly. I can give you the hot tip because McFadden's got the old slipstream here. These two are just smashing into a big dead set flat piece of air in front of them, and it's dead set racing on here, if I can speak. There goes Haxter around the outside, commitment style here. Oh, there's more commitment here than bloody maths, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable in the racing department. They somehow come out unscathed. This is beautiful stuff. I cannot believe my eyes here. They are clean. They're going super defensive there from Haxter. They're moving 3 or 4 times. This is getting hairy stuff, and this is going to be the time that Plasek just gets that nose in on the outside, gets the ultimate run onto the front straight away. Has he done it? I think he has here, Chriso, and we're racing on again now. It's 3 in the party, and it could be a 4th.
Yeah, it's certainly a 4th. You can see Desmerada just on the back of him here, and they're going to go again 2x2. Plasek up the inside now. Hack has to stick to the racing line. Will he look for a switchback, or will he sail it around the outside like he did last time? He does, using up all the track and a little bit more. Here comes Jason McFadden now on the back. He's trying to choose which car he wants to follow through, but it's Brendan Hack who has the advantage right now. Marty Plasek does... Oh, what a fantastic drive from these two guys. I am dead set. I'm all barred up here in the commentary box, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about. Brendan Hark has now just eked out a little bit of a gap now, and I think thanks to the continuation of Jason McFadden and Murata joining this battle here might have spooked Marty just momentarily, because this is a dead set 4-way train here at the moment, separated by tenths between them. Oh no, Marty's all out sideways there. He manages to gather it up as they all compress down into turn 9, and Jason McFadden is right on the back of Marty now. This time, now he's looking out both ends of that car as well. He's got the old the racing gastro. He's firing one eyeball out the front and one out the back door as well. So trying to look which way to cover it off, and it's all played into the hands of Brendan Hark, because he's now just gapped him by about 6 tenths here, and the battle is just tuning up between McFadden and Plasek this time.
Yeah, he's got the run here too. Look at McFadden sweep to the inside now. He's got the overlap. I'll tell you what, Pasek's going to push him right to the nth degree. Into turn one they go. Is he going to go the outside line? He does. Just fires it in again. Lovely bit of driving there from Pasek and McFadden. Courteous as ever. Here comes the big lyrical gangster though, trying to line up McFadden behind in that wins car. Goodness gracious me now. It's 4 cars involved in this one. Hatch is running here and he's slipped it around and he's out of this one. Goodness me, scenes here at Sandown, and that is him out of the battle. He had it all to play out and get himself into the front, but now he's lost the podium position. Pasek's been given the old free rein, and now McFadden is inherited 4th, Murata's inherited 5th, and this is just dead set scenes for old Brenton Hack. He couldn't believe his luck. He got himself out in front, and now these three have galloped away after he unforced errored himself out of a championship. I think it was Roger Federer style at one stage. But nonetheless, look at the battle and the jumping and the toing and throwing. This is unbelievable. They're following each other in. If one of them makes one error, they're all going to do exactly the same thing here. Unbelievable stuff here. McFadden, 4th place. 3rd place for Pasek. 5th for Murata at the back, just trying to get himself into it. These guys are just holding no bars here, Chris. So this is racing balls to the wall, and we've still got 10 bloody minutes to go.
Oh, mate. Brendan Hark will be absolutely kicking himself there as well. He had it under control. He had that gap out to about 7/10 at the time. But now it's going to be Murata and McFadden. Time to lock horns here down into turn 1. McFadden just a little bit behind in terms of position, but had the advantage of the inside run. Decides to pull out of it, and he says, you know what, Desi, you go through, mate, and I'll sit on your rear for just a moment, because all 3 of these guys probably need to work together to maybe maintain that gap to Brendan Hark. We saw in qualifying, he was quick. You can see him driving a little bit angry as well. He's got the arse end right out loose on that Aussie racing car indeed. But now that I guess he's out of that battle, he can focus on his markers and get back to that pace that got him right up there in the first place. So don't expect this battle to stay as a 3-way for too long. It's only 3 seconds behind, but this guy will make up that distance pretty quickly as well. And, well, yeah, especially if he does that. That's just cheating, ladies and gentlemen. Can't be doing that, Brendan Hark. We've caught you live in 2K as well. You do that again, we'll have to, I guess, forward the scenes to the stewards that are sitting in the box too. The chief steward, Mr. Dean Hanley, tonight, taking up that role, so he'll be watching with intent eyes. Up the front though, that gap is coming down. Look at this, Hines just taking little chunks out of Bernie Russell's lead. That gap at about 7/10, 6/10. I've seen it as low as half a second as well. So these guys locked in a very tight little time battle as well. You make one mistake and I'm right on your ass kind of thing is what Benny Hines is saying to Bernie Russell now. And it's all just body language in the car.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see 6.5, 7/10 is what the race average is for these guys. They've been circulating around for the last 6 or 7 minutes. So it's been a game of cat and mouse so far. Still is the cat chasing the mouse out in front. That is Benny Hines being the cat. Rusley at the moment doing a really good job, 0.5 of a second. And it's just a credit to these blokes, because when you're only that little bit behind, now only a half a second, it's very, very challenging as a driver to just take your eyes off where you normally drive and start following that other car around, forgetting that you probably have that overlapping pace there on him when it comes to the dying moments. But they would have done the practice, these gentlemen. They would have gone out and done at least a couple of 20-minute sessions to know where the car is familiarity-wise under the tyres. But Benny Hines on that last lap was a 10th quicker. He was a 20.6 versus a 20.5 was the 2 guys out in front. So they're doing a great job of being consistent, and it's just eking that little bit closer now. If it gets within another half a tenth or a tenth or so, it's going to be the old slipstream territory coming down into the back straight that we're about to find out of how it happens. This is beautiful stuff here from these two. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes to go here for this stanza between these two. And I'll tell you what, it's getting spicy here. It's getting spicy between 4th and 5th again. And it's all heating up and down the field, Christopher.
That's right. I think the pressure's now just starting to get put onto Bernie Russell out there in the lead as well. You can see exactly how far Hines is behind and how far he's made up in the last, 14 minutes of racing too. So it's probably now in his court. It's like when a test team in cricket starts to go on the offensive in the batting department. It puts that pressure back onto the bowling team, and I think that's what's happening to Rusley at the moment. You can see that gap now down to 4/10. So it's going to be exciting. I think that Hines is just, the car's coming to him as the tyres start to degrade. And a 25-minute race too, these tyres are pretty much dead at the end of it. We haven't give these guys any leeway in terms of tyre degradation. It's at full strength, ladies and gentlemen, 100%. And Fabian Fitness goes whack with the super chat. Thank you very much, my friend, in the chat there as well. We got BCRC saying much appreciated running the Tiggy tributes. Yeah, it was sad news to hear about Tiggy's passing, BCRC, but we are a tight-knit community here in the sim racing world. So RIP to the big man, and we'll do our best to uphold the spirit of the great man in track form, really. You've got the signs around the track, and it's great to see. It's McFadden with the big slide as well. So good to see that one, and thank you for the tribute, BCRC, and it's immortalised forever here at Sandown.
Yeah, and a very big cheers to that one, ladies and gentlemen. And very much so. Thank you to that, and also to Dean Hanley too as well for the old super chat as well. Sitting in the steward's box, just hands a bit of poo change out the door into Simsational's hands. Thank you very much as well. What Fab said, he says, yep, here. Nonetheless, it is on like Donkey Kong between Murata and Mr. Plasek. These two guys are now just trying to lock horns again. Can Jason make no more errors and find his way back up to the rear end of those two in front of him? Or can the Hackster even push Jason to get them back up into this one? It could be a foursome to the end once again. This is good racing from these two. You can just see the two different lines in the driving styles. Overdriving it on the exit there was Plasek. Murata was a little bit more tidy and neater through the final corner, and that's given him this advantage. You can see right now they're just starting to gap each other a little bit closer now. It's under 0.3 of a second. It's now going to be under 0.2 as they come into the braking zone here. Looks to left, looks right. Oh my goodness me. Look at the lyrical gangster straight up the inside. Happy days, he says. He got that job done, but he's just hampered himself on the exit. 2x2 into this turn. It's going to be the beautiful gangster out the outside, but he's made a mare of that one. And up the inside again goes Plasek. This is now drifting his way through as Murata Plasek had to check himself up as well. That is definitely going to invite that man in that black Rangyard car behind him, Jason McFadden, into it, and Hackster now. They're all within the same camera shot, ladies and gentlemen, starting to gap a little bit. 8 tenths, 7 tenths, and 4 tenths is the gap between 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd. It is closing up here with under 4 minutes to go. Cars getting out of the way nicely there too, blue flag style, loving it, but we'll see what McFadden can do. He made an error 2 laps ago, just at turns 2 and 3 there, and it gapped him from this little opportunistic moment he could have had between these two to maybe get a podium, but this is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 5th here on screen. 3rd is 2 cars in front, so it's the podium between them, and it's getting very, very stuffy there for Hackster. That wrist is probably not happy after his crash there, and he's just starting to feel the pinch, I reckon. Here, a nice little break in 3 minutes' time for that old joint will probably be the better for him. Christopher Munro. Yeah, a little bit of ibuprofen and a couple of shots of whiskey, and you'll be right for another 25 minutes. Yeah, a bit of Voltaren. Whatever you can get, just shut your eyes, open the medicine cabinet, and chuck it all in the gob. Wash it down with a couple of shots of whiskey. And you'll hopefully
be fine,
you don't have a pet.
Well, maybe. You look a bit of horse tranquilizer might be the go. You know what I'm saying? That might get you through to the end and put you into the what do you call it? Into the zone, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that kind of thing. Safety car in F1 says BBJ. That's
Brody Barber. We don't need to know Brody. We want to watch it after the race. You just keep those comments to yourself, boyo.
Yeah, just go Lewis. Or I think McLaren's out of it this year, so back to on the Lewis train for me. But it's a bit of Mario Kart, isn't it? Says Max Verstappen himself. So back to the racing, back to the real action. How often do you get 20 odd minutes into a race and they're still covering each other by tenths, not seconds, in that stupid F1 league that they call the pinnacle of motorsport out there on Sky Sports. Absolute circus machine is that. But up the front, it's Bernard Russell here with 2 minutes to go. So maybe this will be the second last lap, I assume. Benny Hines might just be waving the white flag as well. 1.6 seconds is the gap. He's made a couple of mistakes to get back there. They might just be happy with P2 at the moment. And I'll tell you what, P2 is not a bad shout, to be fair. In the first race of the season, anything can happen out there with all these drivers not really familiar with each other and how they go racing. So to come out the other end with a P2 is pretty good indeed. P1's better, obviously, for this man, B. Russley. He's absolutely come out firing. took qualifying, and he's probably going to take P1 here as well in race 1, barring some kind of disaster, as it's all just started to settle down in the back here. Marty Plasek, what a drive from him. I'll tell you what, he'll be my vote for driver of this race. Just the way he's gone about door-to-door battling and wheel-to-wheel racing with not only Murata but Huck as well. McFadden too, he had a bit of taste of that, and he's come out on top in the end. Oh, as I say that, he's about to bin it. No, he's kept it together, Zachariah. That was very close.
That was some heart-wrenching stuff there. I was about to get out of my seat and jump up, ladies and gentlemen, but he caught it at the last minute, luckily. But now it's given a sniff here to the Lyrical Gangster, and that's all he needs, I can guarantee you, with the last lap right now is starting, because the two lead drivers in this pack have crossed the start-finish line, and they are finally into the last 30 seconds of their race, as are these boys. But can the Lyrical Gangster get any closer here? 21.1 was his last lap versus a 21.6 for Plasek. So dead set going pretty quickly here as a Lyrical Gangster. He's already up so far on his own personal best. He's gone on the inside line. He's going to fang it out the other side, not touch that outside concrete that you can see there. It does hold you up, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really does. And that's exactly what you need to do. But keep it clean. Look at the rhythm through here. This is on. He just needed to nail this exit, but I don't think he has. He's lost about 2 or 3 tenths. In fact, he's just gained it on the exit there, ladies and gentlemen. Slow in, fast out has worked. 3.5 tenths is the gap. It's ever closing down at 3 tenths. It's 2.5 tenths now. It's getting ever so closer, ladies and gentlemen. This could be up the inside here for the Lyrical Gangster. Plasek was thinking about going defensive, but he's just going to hope that he's not going to go for the set. Very, very close there for the Lyrical Gangster. Luckily comes out the other side in 4th place here. Is he going to go for it? Hackster and McFadden have traded places. Is Plasek going to be able to get through the last couple of turns? We'll find out, because Rusley is about to take the first blood here in this series. Thank you very much, Mother, for the rabbits. He says he takes the checkered flag, and rightly so, the winner, 1.8 seconds over Benny Hines in 2nd place. 3rd place is still up for debate here. We've got Plasek now, just nearly made an error there on the final corner. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be separated by tenths here. The final step on the podium, first round, goes to Plasek. Murata only 2.5 tenths behind for 4th place. Hackster does get 5th in the end over McFadden. That last lap battle for him came out chockies. McFadden is nowhere near him. In fact, he's just got done over the start-finish line as he ran out of fuel, as James McFadden, just as he crossed the finish line there, survived for 6th place, Chris.
You hate to see it, lads. It only has to happen to you once out there as well. When you run out of fuel before the end of the race, before that moment, if you're a sim racer and you've never run out of fuel before, you like to cut it fine. You don't want to be smelling the rag before your car conks out, and you want that to happen as you cross the line. That's a little helping hand from who's that in the Liam Hollyoak? Yeah, in the McDonald's car. Just giving a little push up to the end of the race. Well done, son. Yes. Once you, what was I saying? Yeah, once you've run out of fuel, you realise that every litre of fuel is only worth 1 kilogram. So you can probably carry another 5 on without really making too much of a difference to your pace. And you know that you're never going to run out of fuel again. But Rusley, he didn't run out of fuel. He's up there in the winner's circle today. First blood here of the new series here, the Motorsport Australia AC Championship here, Season 1 in the Aussie racing cars. Goes to B. Rusley, and he was absolutely, well, I mean, send a shock to the rest of the field here as well. Killed him in qualifying. Killed him in the race. Benny Hines sat there and hounded him for as long as he could. But I'll tell you what, 25 minutes with barely minimal mistakes coming his way. Bernard Rusley just turning the screws and getting the win.
There's the first one of the night, ladies and gentlemen. TTS is what it is for Christopher. Turning the screws. Get your bingo card out. Get yourselves ready. But also, don't go anywhere, because get yourselves ready for race 2. It is a full reverse griddage coming our way. This man right here has to start from the dead set last position and climb his way through the field without incident to take 2 out of 2 tonight for Rusley. Is he going to be the man? Can he get it done? Got another 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, coming your way. Reverse grid. Let's get racing. We'll be back here after a short commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you go anywhere. Get yourselves strapped in for that final race, and we'll be back in just a hot second.
Motorsport isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And when performance matters, you need gear you can trust. That's where ARD Importing comes in. ARD Importing brings world-class racing brands straight to New Zealand, supplying real racers, real teams and real enthusiasts with proven performance products around the globe. We're talking JRP racing components, Zamp helmets and safety gear you can rely on the track, Red Cat Racing for high-performance RC action and intimate brake pads for serious stopping power when it counts most. Keep your engine protected with renewable lubricants, premium oils designed for extreme performance and durability. Turn up the volume with Wicked Audio, delivering powerful sound whenever the road or track takes you. And gear up with Spartan products built for durability, comfort and race day durability. Whether you're racing dirt, asphalt or chasing lap times from home, ARD Importing has you covered. Sim racers as well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen, because ARD New Zealand is your importing source for all of Camus Racing sim gear. Precision wheels, professional grade pedals, immersive feedback that puts you right in the driver's seat. Train harder, race smarter and feel every corner. From real world racing to the virtual grid, ardimporting.co.New Zealand connects you with elite brands trusted by racers worldwide.
Expertise in getting the best gear. Sensational TV has proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination for high-performance sim gear. They also stock the best and biggest brands in the game, from Thrustmaster, Moser Racing, Next Level Racing, Sparko, Turtle Beach and more. And whether you're looking for the ultra-responsive racing wheels or pro-grade flight controls, immersive audio or rock-solid cockpits, I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has got it all. They also carry other trusted names like Butt Kicker, PT Actuators, Wheel Stand Pros, Gen Ace, Spectrum in the remote control field, and also Collective Mind. So every step and part of your setup is covered, from complete racing rigs and premium flight packs. We here at Sensational TV back in Speed Nation to deliver the gear that takes your experience to the next level. Fast shipping, trusted brands, unbeatable quality, and I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has it all. And as an excellent gift for all of our viewers tonight and members out there of Sensational TV, and if you're trying to get into racing, go to the checkout, buy some stuff off Speed Nation, because if you buy any full price product on the website, enter the code SENSATIONAL, that is...
Hello, hello, hello. It's time for a reverse grid, folks. It's the main race of the night, the feature race, if you will, for double points. That's going to test the skills of those fast folk that finished up in the top end of town in the race one. They got to navigate their way through safely, but there's plenty of time to do it. 25 minutes is the timer up there tonight. And it's Brodie Westbrook in his first race here at Sensational Esports, and Wade Couch, actually both of these guys debutantes here. Not just in the series, everyone's a debutant in this series because it's brand new, but for this neck of the woods, Assetto Corsa and Motorsport Australia Alliance, these guys first time out. So let's see if they can keep it clean into turn one. They're going to be under the pump because we've got Ezra Simons, Clint Olive, Dennis Hawkins. Who else is back there? Wallace. We got Holyoke, Crowther, Ferguson, McFadden, Hark, Murata, Plisek, Benny Hines, and then Bernie Russell starting back in 15th position. It's going to be an absolute cracking battle here, Zach O'Reilly.
Dead set, Christopher. Can the casting couch come out on top, or is he just going to get laid on? We just don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be all to win here tonight, as we can see Mr. Westbrook just starting to get a little bit nervous here. He's never been at the front of a grid here at Sensational TV's Racing Land on the broadcast, mind you. So this is nerve-wracking stuff for him. But we've got a lot of quick customers to come through, as you said. Will it be the guys in the mid-pack who are in the top five come through with the win here? Is it going to be the main man of Bernie Russell to get through cleanly? Yet to find out here. Christopher, the lights are up. Race 2, round 1. Let's go.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The feature race of the evening. Pause. Let's go racing now, and it's a great, actually really fantastic start there from Brody in the Kachow livery. 95, Lightning McQueen will lead down into turn 1. It's going to be Couch on the outside, but Ezra Simons pokes the nose up on the inside. A slight little overlap there, but back behind him, it's Hayden Wallace and Clinton Olive going side by side. It's Olive down the inside getting that job done. Sorry, it's Hayden there in the yellow liveried Aussie racing car, and back it's 2x2 back here as well. Lee Crowther with a better start than in the first race. Jason McFadden with a really nice start as well. Gets around the outside of Dennis Hawkins, and behind them is Desmerada. Then we've got Ferguson, Plizek, Holyoke, Hart, Kynes and Russley with a nice patient start there at the back. He knows there is plenty of time to make up these positions, but it's him versus Hines really. Those two guys in the first race were miles in front of the rest of the pack, so we'll get to see these guys battling in the end. But let's see how Westbrook now leads down into turn 9. A little bit slower than Couch thought he was going to be down into that braking zone, as they all compress behind him. It's Hayden Wallace looking very racy here at the moment in that bright yellow Aussie racing car. He's going to look up the inside. Oh, here goes Olive for a big move up the inside. Very unwanted there from Hayden Wallace. He thought, what the hell is going on here? And Crowther manages to get in front of Hayden Wallace, but look at this. McFadden now right under the tail of Olive as they go around for the first of these, I think about 20-odd laps.
Yeah, this is good stuff here. Look at the advantage they were on board with McFadden. He's trying to go the long, long way around here. He'll pull out of this one, hopefully, and not go for it. But the lead is on. Look at that. Couch and Westbrook are trading places, and so is the big man as well. Wallace, he's got through as well. They're all just lining up behind the big man as well. And just through this corner section we go into turn 2 and 3. Out the other side, they're looking a bit tardy here. It's 2x2 Noah's Ark style. McFadden. No, around. There's a massive shot, and there goes poor old Westbrook, and upside down nearly. Oh, my goodness me. Haxter's been involved in that Murata. Crowther, Westbrook, all punched up in the background there. They've been knocked out by Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. That is dead set poor, unfortunately for them. But let's go back here because Simons has got a good old run here. You can see at the moment he's just started to get himself back into this one after all that carnage. Oh, no, more in front, and there goes Couch. He's around.
No.
And Simons got caught. McFadden, got caught up in that too. Turn 6 strikes again, ladies and gentlemen. Simons has got through, McFadden hasn't, and these boys are just going to start skipping through. The guys in last place who couldn't believe their luck. They're not going to finish there because there's 2 cars turned around, and Olaf is just now starting to fight his way through. Goodness gracious me, scenes here have all lost their marbles here after a great race 1 to race 2 though. After lap 2, yet to be seen if the carnage is going to ensue onwards from here.
Yeah, I think that will come down a little bit from now, but I'll tell you what, this man on your screen is going to be in big trouble from the stewards as well. That was I guess, his fault. I'm going to say it on stream. Sorry, Ezra, mate, but you were just a little bit out of your depth there. But look at this man. He's come from second last on the grid. He's finally, it's after 2 laps. He's made his way up to the podium positions now. We got Ferguson and Plasek fighting it out side by side. Ferguson goes to the inside, a little bit too far on the inside there as well, getting caught up on that curve, and they are quite brutal around here at Sandown. Now we've got Liam Holyoke joining in on the back and loving it, thanks to Zach O'Reilly and that beautiful reference earlier on with the McDonald's livery. You can see out his front windscreen, it's Plasek and Ferguson side by side. Ferguson just has the slight advantage now of, almost a full car's width there as well, going into turn 6, and Plasek just dropping in behind. Knows it's a long race. There's no reason to go super aggressive early on in this race. Let's go up the front because Fergo's just binned it, as I say that. Doesn't take the camera off him too. Goes a little bit too wide down there at the bottom of turn 9. Very easily done here as well. Once these cars get started on the old bounceroo down the hill, a little bit too much curb, and it's really hard to get those tyres contacted into the pitch. Look at that, what's happening up there in front? That's Ben Hines swerving all over the track, trying to break the toe of Ezra Simons. Now holds the inside run. Ezra's going to try and have a look around the outside here. I don't know what he wants to try and do here, because Ben Hines has been leaps and bounds in front of all these guys in terms of pace. So Ezra just trying to keep him honest, I suppose, for the time being. But it's only a matter of time before he does just eke out a little bit of a gap and starts to walk away. Where's his adversary? Here he is. Bernard Russley down there in 7th position. Just, as I said, just a patient drive from him now, just trying to avoid all the carnage that happened earlier on. putting that pace to work, and still plenty of time to make that happen. Here's Ferguson and Holyoake side by side.
Yeah, good stuff there from Rusley. And Holyoake is now just defending from Andrew Ferguson, who's got to chock his back down on the road there. Those four big black wheel circulating rubber dampeners. He's got them back there ready to go for Fergo, and he's done so nicely. Oh no, Simon's just gone off and he's binned it there. You just saw him down the timing tower. He's just coming out of Dandenong Road. So he's looped it on his own there and lost heaps of places from third all the way down to eighth now as well. Probably a bit of karma coming back at him if Chris Munro says so. And that is depth set where Simons is not wanting to be. He had a chance to be on the podium, for goodness sake, and just binned it out the other side of Dandenong Road, which releases Lissek, releases Hines, Ferguson, Holyoake, and now Rusley. But it is a big championship story at the moment for this man, Rusley, on screen. At the moment, well, sorry, it's not Rusley. It is that man on screen right now. He has got 4 positions to make up, and even 5 to get back in front of Benny Hines. If Hines leads this race, but Rusley's 1 or 2 places behind Mr. Hines, that means it's going to be round win to Benny Hines after a 1-2 swap around. So it's going to be very, very interesting here. Long race to go. 18 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock, so plenty of time, and he's about to make another place here. Does Bernie Rusley. Straight around the outside is going to be Holyoake. Just knows that where his pace is, and dead set in comparison to him, just lets him go. No point fighting him. I'm going to try and catch back into Fergo. Rusley, if you can hold him up for me as well and get me a position as well for free, that would be great. But Rusley on the charge, 5th place here at the moment. Lovely stuff. Simons is trying to fight back there. So is Murata and Crowther too. This is unbelievable. Ezra's all sideways, and he's trying to hold on for dear life. His tyres will be as hot as a red dog's dick here at the moment. And I'll tell you what, Crowther needs to get himself further up in the position where he rightly so deserves to be, because he's got Murata in front of him, who's trying to defend and attack at the same time. He goes up the inside. Unbelievable stuff there. Down around he goes. See you later, Lyrical Gangster, and also everyone else involved there too. Turned around once again, unfortunately, is Ezra Simons at the same spot, and look who skipped through here just like nothing. He's like a big bloody Labrador out there, clueless, dumb as dog, and I'll tell you what, he gets through Jason McFadden. Lovely. But Rusley now has made another place. 4th position here. Hines is in 2nd, and he needs to get the gallop on Hines to catch Wallace, because Rusley's coming at a rate of knots, Chris.
Tell you what, very lazy, very ambitious there from Desmerada. That was never on. I think just the red mist, the adrenaline rush, straight to the head, straight to the hands, straight to the feet. And thought it was on up the inside there of Ezra Simons, but possibly a little bit more karma coming Simons' way. He's actually DNF'd. He's had enough. He's pulled it up and he's out of the server, but Desmerada will be getting a little tap on the shoulder as well there from the poor old stewards are going to be busy in this series. I'll tell you what, these little cars, they invite confidence. These blokes, they get out there, you can slide them around. They're a hell of a lot of fun if you can get the setup right to your driving style as well, because you can have them soft, you can have them a little bit more stiff as well, and get them sliding around. So that option is there, available for you, Fabian Fitness. If you if you're out there watching, just take a little bit of time, get to know the basics of setup work, and this is the perfect series to get involved in, ladies and gentlemen. And being from New Zealand, you can enter for free as well. You just put down your New Zealand address in the sign-up form, and away you go, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a Motorsport Australia sanctioned event, so the winner of this series, Zach O'Reilly, gets to attend the Motorsport Australia Awards night at the start of next year, I believe, which covers the 2026 season, and you get to rub shoulders with the who's who of motorsport in this country.
And the old sim racing world as well, Chris.
That's right,
you get the old 12,000 I rating specialists out there. You get the Gran Turismo specialists. You get the Project Cars arcade specialist too. And you can just go and say, hey, mate, Mr. Project Cars, you know what you're racing. There's just a bit of arcade stuff there. You get into the real stuff here, mate. Come to Assetto Corsa, come to iRacing, and then see how you go. And just rub shoulders with them. And depending on the demographic that you do have, ladies and gentlemen, the winner might rock up in a tuxedo. They might rock up in a bloody wife beater and thongs with some shorts from their favourite football team from when they were a young kid. You just don't know here. But that is exactly what the award is for. And you get out there and represent yourself and show them that you are the best at Assetto Corsa here in Motorsport Australia land. But nonetheless, look at this though. This man here, Wade Couch, The car is looking a little bit better now. It's still a little bit pointy in the old monster truck department, but a lot better performance from him at the moment. 11th place, and he's just got 10th in front of him. He can see Lee Crowther now, so that's getting a little bit exciting for him. Speaking of exciting too as well, the lead is also getting closer now. Wallace has been leading this one from absolute go to woe here, but he's got a very quick customer of Hines behind him, starting to turn the screws, ladies and gentlemen, and get himself up into P1 where he rightly needs to be, because Rusley is only 5.9 seconds behind Benny Hines in second, so it's getting hairy. But Wallace here driving great, keeping it on the track, hasn't made an error as of yet, and he's doing a great job to consolidate first place. It might be a podium for him tonight. It might even be B1. You never know. It's never over until that fat lady sings and the checkered flag is waved.
Yeah, that's right. Not even halfway distance here at the moment as well. So we'll see how he goes about defending from Ben Hines here as well, whether he goes full all out or whether he just sticks to the racing line. Maybe he moves a car or two width off that racing line to maybe keep the man at bay. But I think it might just be a terms of an inevitability here, and you can see it happening right before your eyes. Benny Hines with an absolutely cracking exit out of 13. Who will have that position done before we even get to the braking zone of turn 1. So Hayden Wallace, probably now time to take the little black book out and start to take a few notes on how Benny Hines goes about his lap times, and try and just to stick underneath that tiny little rear wing on these Aussie racing cars and take a few pointers and try to stick with him for as long as possible.
Yeah, definitely, because when you follow a quick customer, you just go, yep, I've educated myself. I didn't know I could push it that far into that turn. Now I can. And you just rinse, repeat, lap after lap, and you just get better and educated as it goes on. But no better education than as accelerated training as well out there, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself into the Discord and sign up for a couple of sessions, and you'll be quick, I can guarantee you. Wallace, so far, second place. Just gave it up to the big man, and in front of him, which is Benny Hines. And now he's under pressure here from Pasek, who's coming at a rate of knots here too. He is dead set on the prow. Bit of clean air, no bumping, no shoving, no drafting, anything at the moment for them. And he just shows that he's got raw pace in this thing once he can do some hot laps as well. A little bit wide there from Wallace, just a bit too far, and that's hampering him mid-corner here onto the exit, onto the front straightaway. So that's going to be a beautiful rundown for Pasek out of the final turn down the front straightaway here at Sandown. He's got the slipstream. You can see that Wallace is just trying to break the toe, but it's going to be a dead set misère here from the two of them while they get to turn 1. But inside line is the best way to go. And if Wallace doesn't go for the outside trailer park girl move, Pasek's got P2 all sewn up and done, and he does. Beautiful stuff. Lovely driving there from those two. Courteous, kind and fair. That is how you go racing. And now it's a battle here for Pasek to hopefully catch Hines, because look who's coming through in the foreground there as well. Our race 1 winner, Bernie Rusley, is on the prow, Christopher.
All starting to heat up, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, I love the way Marty Pasek goes about his business. I think I mentioned that in race 1 as well, but I will harp on about it again here in race 2. Brilliantly clean drivers. You can tell that he's got eyes in the back of his head and the side. He knows where those cars are, exactly how wide that little Aussie racing car is as well, and can go side by side, can go neck and neck with all of these guys as well. So a big confidence in him. And as soon as I say that, he bins it off the circuit. He's going to let Hayden Wallace go straight around the outside. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a commentator's curse. Put that one up. Only one in the count so far, which is pretty good, to be fair. We've had a good run lately, but this is the first one for quite some time.
Yeah, oh look, you know what? It's all about just not listening to the stream as you drive. So if you don't listen to the stream as you drive, you won't get cursed. That's as simple as that. But it's a good switchback move here now, and rightly so for Pasek, Chris Munro's favourite driver of the series, and we're only in round 1. What can this man do for the rest of the championship? It looks ominous here at the moment for him for P2, but it's looking very, very dark and gloomy now for Wallace, because he's in third. He wants that podium so bad, but gee, I'll tell you what, this man we're riding on board with will 100% be as keen as a bean to get himself into P3 and P2 to hopefully chase down that 2.5 second advantage that Hines has over this pack of cars in front of him. Looking pretty racy here. They're all going to be negated out, apart from Pasek, because Wallace is just close enough, I would say, maybe half a suck, but it's close enough here for Rusley. Straight down the inside. Wallace again just doesn't fight off the position here. Lovely driving from him. He's going to settle for it. He'll give him a little bit of curry down into Dandenong Road, but Rusley up into third. He says, thank you very much. Purple sector in the middle sector as well for him with the slipstream 8 as well. And now Plisek just has to stop bottling it into Dandenong Road. To keep this guy behind is a very, very tough task at the best of times. We were just mentioning as well prior to the stream off air, if you don't mind me saying it, Christopher, about this man on screen. One of the only few drivers who have been managed to out-qualify your good self and my good self in the Assetto Corsa sim racing land. He's a quick customer, is Bernie Rusley, and he's showing us here tonight exactly how to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Unseen for quite a few years, but I remember going toe-to-toe with the man back in a Gen 2 V8 Supercar series back in the day. And one of the quick boys, that's for sure. So we're going to see him in all 2K goodness out there in the Aussie racing cars in this season. I'll tell you what, he's after his showing tonight, he'd be one of the hot favourites to take that trophy at the Motorsport Australia Awards Gala, which I think it's in February or March next year, so keep an eye out for him. He's right on the back of Plisek. Does Plisek think about going defensive? Does he chance his arm and say, you know what, I can keep you behind me for the next 9 minutes? He doesn't. He sticks to the racing line, but I'll tell you what, here he goes, looks up, he has a little look up the inside. I don't think he was fully committed to that move, and everyone knows now from that first race and the qualifying session that it's probably best fought in the back there. It's probably not advised to go toe-to-toe. It's just a matter of inevitability, and especially when you've got guys like Hayden Wallace back there, Andrew Ferguson to an extent as well, 4.7 seconds behind this little pack too. But if you start battling, that can throttle your pace by at least a second per lap. So Fergo, you don't want Fergo behind you. I'll give you the hot tip. He's a big dominating man in real life. So if you see him in your rearview mirrors, you can start to shutter yourself into some sort of nightmare situation. But Plisek, he's happy to hold on to P3 for now.
Yeah, lock up your wives there if Fergo's out in the town in the valley. Goodness gracious me. Dead set. As soon as he's on the racetrack, he's a different man. I can give you the hot tip. And he will be just there in the foreground, coming through in the cool drive car as well. But Plisek doing a great job there, just outdone by Rusley. And now it is just line astern here for Liam Holyoake. He's got the big man Clint Olive in front of him. Two guys who are normally used to racing each other in all forms of motorsport here at the moment on Assetto Corsa. So they know how each other drive as well, which is really, really good to see. And they'll go toe-to-toe at some stage here if Holyoake's got the pace to keep up with him. And they're only separated by 0.6 of a second down the back straight here at Sandown Raceway. This is into turn 6 we go. Looking pretty tardy there. Just a bit of smoke signals there. I think Olaf had to pull it up, but Liam Holyoake just put the anchors into it. They're out of the Dandenong Road. Just comes out the other side and he's now got a little bit more of a gap that he needs to. He's just got 0.6 of a second. This is getting to the suck territory once again for him. If he can make an absolute nightmare in Clint Oliver's brain here for the final turn, he'll be within 2 or 3 tenths by the time they get to turn 1. Looks pretty tardy from the both of them. Nice and neat, sorry is the word. And just easy stuff out the other side. They race on. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the final one. Double points are on offer here. Hines at the moment has got the chockies and he will win the round here with double point scenario for him if he can keep Rusley behind. This is very, very interesting stuff. What can the Birdman do? He's been in the thick of it all night. It's this guy. He's been upside down nearly. He's been turned around. He's been in battles for absolute lifetimes, like they're battling for sheep stations over there in New Zealand, Kiwi land. And I'm telling you now, he's climbing over McFadden here at 0.6 of a second. McFadden hasn't been the best of sorts here throughout this race after being caught up in a little bit of tomfoolery there for himself. But nonetheless, it's good racing, and it's now getting back territory once again for the old suckage. Half a second now. 10th taken out of Jason McFadden's gap over Lee Kraut there. 9th and 8th is on screen, but ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes to go, Chriso. Let's go racing.
Yeah, that's that. Why not? That's what we're here for, folks. Let's have a look up the field because Liam Holyoake is just eking a little bit closer there to Clint Olive, who is just spitting out smoke at the back of that car like it's a bloody Willie Nelson concert or something there as well. So he's, and as I say that, he's just gapped him by another 2 tenths. So Olive doing a good job, but spitting out a bit of smoke as well. You can see in the background there, McFadden and Crowther not really gapped by too much as well. The Lyrical Gangster, however, is on the back of the casting couch as well, and looking with menacing eyes on the back of him in that pink Yamaha liveried Aussie racing car. It's a really nice run out of turn 13, and I think this might be all that she wrote for Wade Couch. Hopefully he's back next round, because it takes a while to get used to this kind of racing and these kind of cars too. They are purists in the old vehicle department. There is no ABS, there is no traction control. I don't even think there's power steering. It's just straight rack and pinion to the front tyres, to the earth, to the asphalt. It's all very manly stuff out there. So if you like your pure racing, this is where you go, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so, because it helps us get in front of as many eyeballs as possible out there that are into motorsport and or sim racing motorsport, which I guess the lines are starting to get blurred into that department. Just go and have a look at your local F1 race. Got more bloody technology than what it takes to run a Assetto Corsa server these days. But I'll tell you what, get involved, ladies and gentlemen. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for all the times that we're live this year. And there's plenty of that coming, Zach O'Reilly.
There is dead set. I can tell you what, and if you like it raw, unfiltered, and just dead set up and about commentary, none of this circus calling action, this is where you find it at Simsatial TV, with all your racing events coming our way. And look at this, here comes the Birdman on Holyoke 2, who made a mare of turn 1, 2x2 through turns 2 and 3. Oh, they come out the other side. Here comes a switchback there from Kraut. That doesn't go for it. Holyoke's just driving absolutely blind, just dead set straight there. But Lee Kraut was trying to go too hard on the exit, and that just lost him a couple of tenths. He'll be fine though. He's just in that slipstream range. If he can just toe the line and get in that little hole that's been punched in the air by that Aussie racing car, he will be right up there once again. So this is a good little tussle here. It's starting to decrease between these three. It's only a second really on average from 7th, 8th, and then back to here 9th and 6th as well. It's getting close as well. So the dying moment, 3 minutes to go. Here is someone going to make an error, just like the old man did right in front of him there. Crowther nearly just followed him into it. Unfortunately, Holyoke's feeling the pinch here. He's feeling the pressure. McFadden also trying to get onto the back of Clint Olive just there in the foreground too. This is the good little tussle from these two. It's now only 1.6 seconds for the lead, and there goes nearly an oversteer moment, but Crowther, thank you very much. He says he'll take that like candy from a baby around the outside. That is just dead set too hard until the switchback comes in, and now this will be the opportunity for Holyoke to get back in the slipstream and go for the old reverse move again. Can he get up the inside into turn 1? This is good stuff side by side. He has got the job done here, but no, around the outside goes Crowther. Thank you very much. He says, I'll take that position back, full commitment style. I'll tell you what, this is unbelievable racing between these two, and it's not even over P1 and 2. They're racing it sideways there as Holyoke is in the background, but now it's getting spicy because McFadden and Olive are split by 0.3 of a second, Chris. 2 minutes and 10 to go.
Yeah, that's right. It's pretty close back there. I'll tell you what, these guys, they've come into this thinking, oh, you know what, I reckon I can win this. And then they've been up against the absolute, the balls to the wall. The both of them have copped it in the old reverse grid department. I'm pretty sure both of these guys were caught up in that shenanigans that was happening earlier on. There was cars upside down. I'm not sure if one of these guys was one of those, but let's go up the front here, because this gap has absolutely plummeted in between Olive and McFadden. McFadden all over the back of Clint Olive here as well. He's got planned for the unexpected. Do not overtake turning vehicle. Well, I'll tell you what, that's just a suggestion in these cars. McFadden will be taking that suggestion and throwing it in the dead set bin here as well. He's thinking, you know what, Mr. Olive, I'm going to heed that advice and kick it out the door. He hasn't been able to make up that position down the straight. The suck is pretty strong here in these cars too, mind you. We've seen it a couple of times there. Crowther, the last man to take advantage of that over Holyoke down the back straight. Oh, look at that big slide there from McFadden. It's not going to help him. There's two spots on this. There's two spots on this circuit that you need to get right if you've got a car up your ass, and it's the exit of turn 4 and it's the exit of turn 13. And McFadden has just made an absolute meal of the exit of turn 4. And you can see in the background how close Crowther has chimed in to this little battle here as well. And now Olive, just going a lot slower through the downhill section than McFadden was expecting. And he's right up under the rear wing now. He needs to make the overtake because either that or Crowther's going to make it for him. Here he goes now, looks to the inside of turn 11. He's going to be close enough, but gets the nose chopped off there from Clint Olive. He's going to hang on for his life. There's 9 seconds to go in this race, which means we're on to the final lap now. And these 3 guys are separated by an absolute bee's dick.
This is unbelievable stuff. Have a look at them all go. We've got Crowther at the background trying to get into this one and take both of their positions, and he does so. Is he going for the old roof? This is unbelievable. Hacken and Schumacher style here at Sandown, and it's going to be Schumacher who gets it, which is Lee Crowther. Gets Olive done. McFadden's trying to go around the outside here too. The last lap of the race is on like Donkey Kong here for these 3, and I'll tell you what, McFadden has got Olive here for now. Oh no, nearly contact there through the left to right section. Goodness me, Crowther has taken advantage. He's got the dividends on the share market paid out to him. Smack into the wall. There goes poor old Clint Olive, and he's lost that place. Even Holyoke's going to take him as well, I would say here now. He's just chopped the nose off him. Holyoke had to go straight to the old Baja-style Aussie racing car there to pull it up. Unbelievable scenes here. Poor old Clint Olive has just given up 6th place and ended up in 9th, but this man is going to take the double points in the last race. Benny Hines crosses the line, very rightly so, says thank you, and switcheroos himself out of the double points race winner in race 2 there for Benny Hines. I'll tell you what, Mr. Plasek has got Rusley. That is a switch for position there as well.
There?
We missed that. And the poor old Rusley had to settle for 3rd. It's not over here between this man, because I'll tell you what, Fergo gets it done. Wallace happily gets 5th as well. Cracking stuff from him. And it's going to be Crowther, McFadden, and Olive, and then Holyoke, who cross the line there for your top 9. The Lyrical Gangster a fair bit behind, but boy, oh boy, scenes in the final stanza of that race. This is Hackster in 11th place. Can he get his wrist final 2 corners here? He can. Out the other side he comes, and he's going to take 11, and then it's going to be old Dougie Hawkins behind him. I know his name's not Doug, I'm just calling it Doug as well, but Dennis gets through there into 12th place on debut. Happy days. The old Casting Couch will get 13th, and Westbrook gets 14th, but wowee, what a drive there. Fabian again's gone bang with a super chat. Great driving, Holyoke. Well done, Hinesy. Yeah, and very much so. That is your feature race winner there, Christopher Benny Hines, and he will be celebratory donut style here until the server goes down.
Yeah, why not? If he can break traction in the thing, he's struggling a little bit.
Struggling there.
Might
dump the clutch, son.
Yeah, might need to map a clutch pedal there to the little Aussie racing car. But that just goes to show how fun these cars are to drive. Really hard to break traction at slow speed. But Benny Hines, mate, what a drive from him. I'd love to have a replay function because we did not catch what happened to Bernie. He was only, I think he was about, to be fair, he's about 4 or 5 seconds behind Bernie Rusley. But Plasek has picked him up and won that by, he's won P2 by about 2.5 seconds.
I've just seen it. I've just seen it. I pulled up the replay quickly, ladies and gentlemen. And
let's see if we can do that.
You can do that yourself there, Chris. Just go back to the, where are we? The 28th minute of this race and click on his name. You will find it there. Go back to, not even 28. Sorry. It would be about here. If you watch him, he just bins it right here. Oh, no, he does there. On the replay, he does for the couple of final laps, and that gave the big man a 2nd place, and he lost his 2nd place for 3rd. He binned it at turns 2 and 3, loop-de-doo style, and had to carry it on. And unfortunately for him, if this replay shows it, we will find out exactly what's happened. Let's see if this is it. Yep, no, it's not.
Maybe next time.
It'll be next time,
there
ladies
it
and
is.
gentlemen. There it is. That's what we were looking for, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it happened for the big man. Unfortunately, Assetto Corsa does not come with a good old replay function.
It doesn't like this replay either.
And it's not slowing down. And see you later. And that is all she wrote. 360, nearly 540 there. And skipping on through. Oh, my goodness me. Scenes. And the old Mr. Marty got it done. And that is why he is in 2nd place, Chris.
Yeah, that's going to help him in the championship as well. Double points on offer here for race 2. So it's Ben Hines that takes P1 here in the feature race. Marty Plasek in P2. Bernie Rusley P3, Andrew Ferguson P4, is that right? Or is the timing tower just starting to starting to vacate. So we'll get the official results up during the week in the Sensational Discord. But who we got in the chat there? Dave McCree says, "Well done, lads. That was awesome." Well, I hope you enjoyed, mate. Welcome to Sensational TV. This is what we do. We're on most nights of the week, so get involved in the action. If you're a sim racer, get involved in some of the series that we get around as well. So get your name up in lights out there. Fabian Fitness says, "I've actually been doing nothing all day." Why is that not surprising? The big dog up there. Just in
the forgotten half of Australia.
Yeah, that's right. Just sinking beers, sinking
emu exports all day.
Emu exports all day. What a life he's got out there. Gray Ward says he's spewing. He missed it. He's just got home from work. It's all right. We're back in 2 weeks' time to go again. Just going to check the calendar to see where we're at in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Barbagallo, so Andrew Ferguson will be happy. That's his favourite circuit of all time.
It is his favourite circuit, and he will be looking for a good result there as well. And the only reason that Mr. Rusley decided to spin around, we just found out in the chat that he had a headset malfunction and it died on him, and it caught him off guard outside of turn 1. So he had no sound reference for his car, which is very, very off-putting. If you can't hear a motor, your dead set might as well just give up, and that is why he made a mare of it of turn 2, unfortunately for him. But nonetheless, good stuff from everyone tonight. Looking over the foreground and the distance there of all the tax dodgers down there at Springvale in Sandown. It's good to have you all with us. Thank you to everyone for tuning in, and a big, big thank you to Christopher Munro for putting on the show here, producing and hosting the evening tonight, and commentating, as always, in the best of fashion. Very, very nicely done as well. Thank you to all of our competitors out there as well, and thank you to our naming rights sponsors, Simulator Driver Training, ARD Importing, Speed Nation, and Bilco Pack. You guys have supported us forever and a day. Thank you to our super chatters out there, Fabian, Multiple, Dean Hanley as well in there too, and a very, very big thank you to everyone else for supporting the channel along the way. And till next time, ladies and gentlemen, unless Christopher Munro has anything else to say.
Nope.
I have been Zach O'Reilly. Guess what? You're not. Christopher Munro puts the Emmy magnificent. And from us here at Motorsport Australia Land, here at Sensational TV, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Let's keep it flat out.
Sensational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.